Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Melody Medley Keith, and we are Lakeway Aquatic Physical Therapy. And today our webinar is on COPD and exercising in the water. So exercise is something that you really need to pay attention to even after you've been diagnosed with COPD. Now what? Now what do you do? So for those of you that have been diagnosed and you know you have COPD, then the worst thing that you can do is nothing. So in order to exercise, we love coming into the water. So there are some properties of the water that you need to understand when you're exercising with COPD, right? So adverse effects to the pulmonary system are very, very hard to undo, but you still have to remain physically active. And this is where the water comes in, where you get in waist deep water, right? That way you can still breathe. We do a little bit of walking, forward, backward, sideways, and try to move as much as you can to get as physically active as you can. So what the water does when you get in waist deep water, not only am I unweighted, right? I am 50% less weight bearing, but what the hydrostatic pressure does is what we call venous return. So the heart is actually working less in the water. So while the heart rate can stay down, then you can address the pulmonary system to try and help the pulmonary system, to move it. In other words, to help with the breathing muscles. How are we going to do that? Well, when you start, you're going to start with forward and back, side to side. And what I always tell people is just go as big as you can. Walk as much as you can. If you want to go from shallow to deep, that's fine. Just remember, as I come down here, the deeper you get, the more hydrostatic pressure is coming into on the lungs. So there's where what we're going to do is start working those other muscles that are in the rib cage, the costovertebral muscles, and trying to help with the lungs. So there may come a point where you're too deep, you're having trouble, difficulties. What do? You go a little shallower, and you get in and you move a little shallower, right? Oh, nice and easy. So it's very, very important that you start easy in the water. Even if all you do is stay at 50% for the first 2 to 4 weeks, that's great. For those of you that have never done aquatic physical therapy, it might be a good idea, if you're unsure of what to do, is to start with a physical therapist so that they can help guide you. Physical therapy is very good in helping you to understand your breathing techniques, how you can, again, help your body with that, all the functionality that it needs to do in order to survive COPD. And now, for those of you that are on oxygen, again, I do have some patients that bring their oxygen in, and they just have a really long cord and they come in. For those of you that are not on oxygen, you don't need it all the time, then the pool is a great place to start. So again, what are you starting with? Walking, forward, backward, sideways. I like the dumbbells because you can kind of get a little upper body with it. And then just remember, the deeper you get, the more hydrostatic pressure is coming onto the lungs. So that's going to make you work harder. So you might not be able to stay deep for the whole time, but then you just come up, get out, get a little bit shallower, and you're ready to go. Another one I really like to do for my COPD patients is just getting a couple of noodles and just coming in and getting a couple noodles and then just having you squat down, Try to breathe, doing your pursed lip breathing. Inhale. And then exhaling. And then standing back up. And doing the same exercise. So again, working that breathing technique into and out of the water helping you is a very good way to start. So once you get through this, then you can walk a little bit more, move a little bit more, get a little bit more active in the pool. Also, those of you that are thinking, should I swim first? Again, I think that you should start with your walking first, build up to it, and then get in for swimming. But I still like working with a mask and a snorkel. For those of you that help, again, it just helps with the breathing factor and your overall fitness. And those are our big goals. So for those of you that have any other questions or comments, please, you can put them in the comment section, or just call us at Lakeway Aquatic Physical Therapy. We're just outside of Austin in beautiful Lakeway, Texas. And if you have any questions, there are physical therapists out there that are aquatic certified that you could go to in your neighborhood, in your area. For those of you that have pools, I say get in them, right? Get in them. But for those of you that don't follow our channel, again, the way that you follow the channel is you ring that little bell, and that will alert you when we have other snap-and-ars, our little snap-and-ar series. And then if you give us a thumbs up, that also kind of helps us to know how many people actually just kind of watch this and are soaking it in and going from there. So if you have any other questions or comments, call us at Lakeway Aquatic Physical Therapy. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.